Creta World. Now, this is an interesting project. I quite like what they're trying to do. They're using the locust chain to try and build a really comprehensive sort of metaverse with a ton of different games. One red flag that I think is worth noting. Otherwise, and the price action's been brutal since its launch, so we'll take a look at what this potentially can hit in the next bull cycle. Before I get into that though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I actually did videos about on this channel. They're the coins in the videos I showed everyone that was buying these coins because I expected that they would go up quite nicely in price and make a lot of money. You can see what they were worth when I recorded my videos. You can also see the highs that all these coins hit in under a year and a half, and what your profit would have been if you'd have thrown $100 into them. And if you'd have done that for all of them, the $2,600 investment in under 18 months would have netted your profit of over 123 grand, which is not bad. Now, I've been buying up new cryptos and I share the coins that I'm invested in on my website, copymycrypto.com. Anytime I find a coin that I think can make good money, I buy it. And what that means is I will jump onto the site, I will tell my members about the coin, the profits, and the percentage of my cash that I'm going to put in. And they can get in at the exact same price. It means they make the exact same profit. And look, we've got thousands of members on the site now. And a lot of them know nothing about crypto, but are in the market because they can make good money in this market. Reminder of this spreadsheet, it took less than 18 months to make that kind of profit from only $100 in each. We've got less than 18 months now. If you've not got your crypto positions set up, check out copymycrypto.com, see what the members have earned, see what I've said in the past. I called Phantom as the best investment of 2020. Went up nearly 700 times. The people that took the course that I did made millions. And when I find coins like Phantom now, I don't create courses, I just tell them on my site. So if you want to find out about the next big coins, copymycrypto.com is where you go. Right, Creta World. Interesting. So look, it launched at about 5 cents. It hit a stupid sort of run and actually randomly spiked to enormous levels. It hit $2.38 on May 31st during this sort of spike, which is obviously enormous, and it is 1% of that now. So yeah, very odd sort of price action. Now, it's on a few different exchanges, BitGet being one of them. BitGet is an exchange I partner with because I think they're a top 5 exchange. They are, they're fantastic. And if you don't have an account with BitGet, you can get $1,000 when you sign up with the link in the description, just by completing a few tasks. So check that out. Now, as for Creta, so yeah, obviously really weird price action, but there's a couple things that are somewhat concerning, and I'll talk about them in a bit. So Creta's a next-gen Web3 gaming platform. It's built on top of a locust chain. Now, Metaverse is the next big logical step where a user's role of content observer and consumer mutates into a type of behavior which revolves around active participation in the creation, production of experiences, possession and exploitation of assets. Metaverse is the next iteration of how gaming is going to be. You're already starting to see virtual reality really kicking on. And the idea of ownership for gamers is massive. We're in a situation now where a lot of the games, particularly Xbox, PS4, 5 games, you've got to end up buying a lot within game. So they end up costing an immense amount of money. Now, the benefit of blockchain gaming is you own the assets. You can sell the assets. You can actually, so you're not, yes, you're going to spend money, but not in the same way, and you can make money back, especially if you end up getting in on a project that does immensely well. Now, Creta very, very low market cap. So this would be what you would call a very high risk project. Now, they have Kingdom Under Fire, Kingdom Under Fire, The Rise. The teaser site is now live, and that is here. Although I don't know why it wasn't preloaded. So you can see how it looks. Like, it looks pretty good, to be fair. You know, this is, yeah, looks like a good game. Certainly, the graphics look good anyway. And you can see the history of sort of what they've done. And yeah, you've got different characters that you can play. Obviously, NFTs. This is an NFT based game. You can see the boards of like how the gameplay looks, which again, really done well. Like, this is obviously a very, very strong development team. So some of the iterations that have come out of Creta already pretty damn good. They've also got Creta's Dayroot Land, which is NFT land of Dayroot that Cretarians can own, decorate, and further develop to a valuable property. We know land has been highly profitable for a lot of people in the last bull cycle. Granted, though, land sales has ended up costing people a lot of money. Now, the question is how do you view metaverse land? Do you think it's going to run the same sort of way as retail, as like real estate? Because in long term, that's always gone up. So are we going to see a symmetry? Are we going to see a parallel to that with metaverse land? Well, time will tell, but Creta World provides that opportunity to maybe get in on some land. In terms of the games that they've got up and running, as I said, Kingdom Under Fire, The Rise is one. Fortress 4 is another. This is the shooting action game played by more than 24 million users throughout Asia. And coming soon, they've got some unannounced projects. Now, right now, obviously 2 games, not huge. You know, you're not talking about immense strength here in an ecosystem. They utilize the locust chain. So this has high throughput, this has low latency, and it has infinite scalability. Now, that bodes very, very well within the realm of gaming. There are so many transactions that happen across a game. So Locust Chain's ability to be infinitely scalable bodes very, very well, making it ideal for gaming and, you know, in theory, stuff like smart cities. They only use 5 to 10% of the network bandwidth, with a ledger size kept within 10 gigabytes. And again, minimum wastage. It's starting to grow very, very well, though I do see this tag a lot with a lot of different cryptos. I don't really know if there's a way that you can validate that data. A lot of people throw out the fastest, but without evidence, it's kind of tricky to prove against. Smart cities are something that they can run. Obviously, they don't run a smart city as of yet, but you know, they're talking about that as a potential. The Locust game chain obviously bodes really, really well, and overall, obviously, Creta are built upon this. Now, in terms of the downside for Creta, that circulating supply is just. I hate seeing a tiny circulating supply when it's a percentage of the total. And here's the thing. There isn't a schedule. There isn't a release schedule I've been able to find anywhere. And maybe I've not looked in the right places, but I have been searching for a while. They're going to have 10 billion tokens. They're going to be issued and distributed in the following proportions. So 20% is the treasury and the reserves. 10% advisors and partners. Business incentive is 20%. Marketing promotion is 7.5%. Founding team is 12.5%, and contributors is 30%. Now, the overall supply will be issued on Polygon's Layer 2 blockchain and will be swapped to Creta on Locust Chain in the second iteration when it goes live, which that has happened. The vesting schedule is as follows, though. The lockup period for the founder and team is 8 years. Remember, they get 12.5%. The advisors and partners have a lockup period of 2 to 4 years. Now, I don't quite like the fact that they've not been specific. You should be specific, especially when it comes to a token being released. You should know when they're going to be goddamn released. And bear in mind, they'll have 1 billion tokens. They have 1.25 billion tokens. So that is, a decent chunk. It's not quite 25. Well, it's 22.5% that's not in circulation for now, but it can be at some point. So the growth plan, with regards to the roadmap, is to obviously start getting the growth of NFT games. So they've first party multiplayer online RPG, and they want some NFT games, like a third party game release. So they're looking at trying to grow this, and they've got, clearly Kingdom Under Fire is one of the significant projects that they've developed. The CCO is Ray Nakazato, who has worked with Microsoft, Capcom, THQ, and EA. Obviously massive companies, Red Dead Revolver being one of the projects he worked upon. You've got the development, Hyungo Lee is supervising the development of the Creta project, is in charge of the architect design of the overall platform, and he's developed the Locust chain as well as the chief project manager. Kei Yoon is the chief producer of Fortress NFT. It's a working title of who's working with Creta, but he's also worked on things like Fortress, which is the strategy game. So they've got they've got a good team behind them. The issue is that supply. That supply is genuinely problematic for me, and without a clear indication of the current supply, that becomes problematic. As you can see, this is self-reported supply. Team has not verified the project circulating supply. So all we can see is, as of right now, small 3,700 holders. If we can separate it into holders, we should be able to see where the majority of the coins are located. You've got 500,000 coins in a number of different wallets, 400,000 coins in a number of different wallets, and 200,000 coins in a number of different wallets. Sorry, 200 million, 500 million, 400 million, 200 million in a number of different wallets. There is quite a high proportion of people holding huge amounts of this coin, which again kind of is certainly a red flag. Certainly a red flag. You don't want to see that level of proportion of whales. And look, granted, 100 million tokens, we're not talking about an enormous value here. I mean, yeah, a couple $1 million worth, but a number of them are going to be locked up, right? Or should be locked up. So if we just pick a random wallet to have a look at, yeah, so there's only one token there, which is the Creta token. So presumably a large proportion of these are locked up, but again, without a clear supply, and without a clear supply schedule, which again I have looked in depth and I cannot find, I would have very real concerns about holding this, or this as a really strong investment, because the potential for dumps here is quite significant based on the holding proportions. In terms of what this can do, this is an interesting one, because I do believe, this spike whether, that could have easily been like a pump and dump group that we see online all the time. There's certain, like we see that on KuCoin, MEXC, BitGet, we see it on a number of different centralized exchanges, so it could have been that. In terms of where this can go. Can it hit 50 cents? I think maybe, but for me, this would probably be a no-go on an investment just until the supply that's released is accurate. As of right now, that is not, and it's just too big a cause for concern. You can take a quick look to see if Twitter or X or what. It's weird that comes up as Twitter, but then sometimes it comes up as X, Sold out a bag with 3 weeks into Creta's joined forces with Thomas Vu, producer of League of Legends and Arcane. See, they're partnering with good names. Joined forces with a major UAE private banking firm. This is really good. They've got really strong signs here. Some updates on that. But again, and I like this as a concept. But that supply concern is legitimately there. Like, they've got to get that. They've got to have some clarity on that, because 4% is not good enough. Could this hit 50 cents? Maybe. But I would be looking for the team to give real clarity on circulating supply, because yes, that's their self-reported, but we need actual data on that and information, show what's locked up, because I can see the founding team's locked up. I can see that based on what they say, I can see that the advisors and partners are locked up, but there's a potential here where this just, if the games if the gaming ecosystem doesn't develop, and they don't draw in users, this is one that could dwindle to nothing. I don't think it will. I think there is potential for 50 cents, but I would be saying, personally, this is not one I'd be looking at buying. And if I was considering buying it, it would be a very small amount of money comparatively to my other investments, because the risk here is very, very high without knowing the supply. But let me know what you guys think. And you know what? If anyone has seen where the token release schedule is, because I have looked, let us know in the comments, because, it's just nowhere to be seen as far as I can see. And let me know what you think about the developers, because, they've got, partnering with League of Legends creator as well is huge. So they're making good moves. Just the red flag was massive. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profit as me in the next bull cycle, you can. All you have to do is go to copymycrypto.com and take a look at the site and see what it's all about. On there, I share with my members every coin that I own. Anytime I add a coin to my holdings, I let my members know what coin I'm adding, what profits I think it can have, and what cash I'm putting in. Members can copy along exactly. When I sell a coin, I also do the same thing. I let them know what coin I'm selling, why I'm selling it, what profits, and what price I'm selling it at. And again, they can bank profits at the same time. This means that all the members have their work go to zero. They don't have to do anything. And if you go onto copymycrypto.com, you can see what they've earned. You can see what I said about Phantom. In 2020, no one was talking about Phantom. I found Phantom when it had pretty much the same market cap as Creta, actually. But I realized Phantom was going to 100x or more, which is why I got in on it. And actually, it did 700x nearly. And the members and the people that took the course became millionaires. And when I find a Phantom now, I don't create a course. I tell my members about it. So if you want to find the next big coin, copymycrypto.com is where you do it. And that's it from me, guys. Have a good day.